Before we begin today's video, I want to share with you once again a few picks from Dossier. Now, you guys have heard me talk about them a few times over the past couple of months and share quite a few picks from this brand. And this one, once again, is one of my favorite brands that I found in 2021 because they are offering those awesome fragrances that we all love and enjoy for a price that we can all love and enjoy even more. This time around, I picked up two fragrances, the Woody Sage and a refill of the Musky Oak Moss. The Woody Sage is inspired by the Jo Malone Wood Sage and Sea Salt Cologne. The second one is a familiar, of course. It's inspired by Creed Aventus, one of my favorite fragrances for sure. And for those wondering, I have actually had the real one by Creed, and this one is so unbelievably close, and for the price, it's just insane how good a value this really is. As I've said in the past, I highly recommend this brand. They got great fragrances at even better prices, and I highly suggest you check them out by going to the link right there in the description. Head on over there, check some stuff out if you're interested. Now though, on to today's episode. What is happening, guys? Mike here. Welcome back to the channel. Today we are looking at the texturizing salt spray from 7 Potions, and according to the brand, this is a sea salt spray that they claim is the answer to dull and lifeless hair. They list this as a water-based light holding sea salt spray that is infused with aloe and provides a matte finish. They also say it's wonderful for all hair types and lengths, and it features a bergamot, a ylang ylang, and sandalwood scent. Price-wise, we are looking at $21.99 US for 6.8 ounces. Now, I will be using this today for you in clean hair, no other stuff added as usual, and applying it's pretty typical for a sea salt spray. Nothing to really otherwise discuss there. It's just a fine mist spray, and going off the instructions, I will be applying it to my roots and then working it in. As usual, I will also be applying heat to bring out the attributes of the product to show you on the video. After I do all this, I do have to say that I was a bit surprised at the results that I got here, the results that you're looking at right now. I was expecting kind of a sea salt spray, you know, like what we have seen in the past. We've looked at a ton of sea salt sprays here, but this to me looks more like a light holding pre-style spray, you know, with some sea salt spray-ish things going on there. In my hair, I can feel a bit of tack actually, which isn't something that I was expecting. I was kind of expecting light hold through control versus actual tack, but I can actually feel the stickiness going on in my hair. I can also feel some of the other things right away, which is very nice, like the aloe. I can feel it not drying my hair out. I can feel it working within the product to stop my hair from drying out, which is good because the matte finish is definitely in full force here, almost honestly to the point of feeling dry in the hair. But I think that aloe is there helping it to not quite feel so dry. It feels a bit dry, but not what I would call too dry, just dry enough for that matte finish to really look nice and, you know, matte. Also, I'd like to point out that this level of dryness is actually good to make the hair look and feel full. I mean, that's something that you guys with fine or thin hair should pay attention to. This is a great tool for those hair types. As far as volume goes, you can see that it's working quite well. It's also got some decent shape going on there too from the little bit of tack and hold this provides. The texture, I will say, it's a bit low there, but that's not a huge deal to me, as I do think that there's enough here to still find value in the results. Now, after using this spray and looking at it fully, putting it through some tests, what I see here is more, again, a pre-style spray and not quite a sea salt spray, which is not a bad thing because I'll be honest with you, a lot of sea salt sprays don't work, or they do very little. So I would rather have the attributes that I see here than be another one of those sprays that do absolutely nothing. I will say though, and this is something that I've pretty much said in all of my 7 Potions reviews, the scent was just a bit too strong for my allergies. It was just a bit too intense for me, but as always, scent is subjective, especially when you have a scent allergy. I can tell you though, the washout was super easy. I mean, this has a light presence in the hair. Even with all that's going on with it, it's still overall a light presence. It's not putting something super heavy into your hair, so that does contribute to the washout. It makes it very easy, and this came out straight with water. Nothing really else to report there. Overall, I do have to say this was a nice change of pace from the sea salt sprays that we've examined here. I do like the fact that it actually brings some attributes to the table, and I would have to say that I agree with their assessment that this is good for all hair types. I think especially you guys with thin or fine hair, you are going to love the matte finish. You're going to love the fact that it does add some fullness to the hair. The only thing that I would keep in mind with this one though is the fact that it is a light hold. The stickiness and tack did not come out very strong. It was very much a light holding product. So I would just be mindful of that hold strength if you're considering this one. But that is what I see with the texturizing salt spray from 7 Potions. As usual, the final verdict is up to you. And if you'd like to check out this product from this brand, you can find them at the link in the description. And remember, if you are in the USA, your orders will ship from their new New York warehouse. You can save a lot of time on your shipping, and to make it even better, you can also save on your shipping by using the code that you can also find in the description as well. While you're there, make sure you do the usual for me: like, comment, subscribe, all that awesome stuff. I really appreciate that as always, and take it easy. I'll see you next time.